I'm at the beginning of the Beckley Rail Trail. Sign, stop, dead end. Says a train trussel has been removed, you definitely can't keep going. I actually remember that trussel was still here because back in the 90s, the train used to come through here up until as late as 97 or 98. I think it was 1998 was the year the last train rolled down this line, but I'm not 100% sure. I do know that trussel was there. There wasn't very much room. High profile vehicles couldn't go there. School buses and tractor trailers could not go in and pass out that bridge because they couldn't clear it. It's part of the reason it was removed. When the line shut down, I think that's part of the reason it was removed. It wasn't a connecting make to the neighborhood on the other side of the road there. It was removed by the Department of Highways, so you could actually, so large vehicles can go under there. Well, well, for that, they might have been, the trussels a little bit higher. It might have actually connected over there to the other side. Well, the trail might have connected. Low. But I do remember when the train came through here and you couldn't do that. Trying to film but not get a lot of people in my videos. I think there's an old video on YouTube showing when both lines are still here. And I think there's a train coming now. Not 100% sure, but I think there might be a train coming. Because over there's the railroad tracks. That track is still active. The junction switch is like maybe a half a mile from here. On the other side of the trestle there, the track went about at least another half mile as it climbed down the hillside to meet with the active spur there. Actually, I know when they around the same time they removed this line, that spur was put out of service for a few years, I remember. Because for a couple years at least, there was still most of the Pine Creek branch line was put out of service as well. And then all these mines opened back up and trains started running through there again. But actually I think in the late 90s that line seen the occasional train like a couple times a month, so maybe it wasn't as out of service. I think it's the other one that goes to Affinity and up that way that feeds the Affinity mine. The mine a few miles south of the Affinity mine went out of service. Trying to remember when I was a kid, I think back growing up in the 90s, I didn't come up this way much. This down Maple Fork when we very rarely came up this way. So that line might be the other one that goes to Raleigh. I know one of them was out of service for like 10 years and one of them was used occasionally. I think this one's the one I've seen a couple of trains times, maybe 2 or 3 times a month. The one I'm on now was completely removed and sold to the city of Beckley. CSX said they didn't want it. I don't know if that's a train or not. If it is a train, I'll come back and film it. Maybe. Because I thought I heard a distant train horn a couple times, so it might be trucks, air brakes. Because there was a distant train horn, it'd be getting louder. It wouldn't stay the same. If it is a train horn, and I hear it in time to make it back, I'll make it back. I bet this is old engine house up here for the White Oak Railway company who owned this. I had a little bit more time today than I thought. I enjoyed a beautiful Saturday. Once I enjoyed off, I've been walking my booth there at Teak Mall trying to make deals to sell stuff. I might be wrong, but that might have been an engine house originally. The door is big enough, you can see it's tall enough for trains to go in. And I know back in the day the White Oak Railway had a total of 4 engines. Of course, so the Glenn Canal Railway, they had a total of 4 engines too. And that one engine no kill that's on the White Oak Rail Trail that mysteriously disappeared, I hope it wasn't scrapped and it was saved, because I think that was actually White Oak Railway engine. I got lucky and took some pictures of it. I do remember doing some photography work and getting some pictures of it back when it was still there. Unfortunately, I didn't have my YouTube back then, so I didn't do any videos. This had to have been some kind of engine house or something back in the day. I'm definitely not going in there. But I actually got to take a closer look. must have been something like that back in the day, because I wouldn't think they build a car garage this big up on the road with such a narrow path going to it. I don't think that somebody with a private company would go to that much effort to build a big old car garage. So maybe that's what it was originally. Then it was used by somebody else. When the water railway became set speak in Ohio, somebody else probably took over that and used it for something else. Because when this line became set speak in Ohio, they built that huge yard in Raleigh where they serviced the steam engines and filled them down at Raleigh. Of course, there's not a lot of history in this building, so it's a guess, because they own this whole line from the junction switch down there all the way through Cranberry. It wasn't that far from here when I seen one of the last trains ever go on the line, come think of it. There's a nearby rail crossing, probably about 2 miles up from my present location that I'm filming in. Where I seen what was one of the last trains ever come through here. I don't know, I want to say it had 12 cars, but I can't remember the exact amount of cars. I know I was probably 12 years old at the time when that last train's come through here. I just don't remember the exact amount of cars. I always think of the number 12 for some reason. And that over there, I'm not sure what that is a concrete slab. I kind of wonder if that's a sealed off mine shaft, a big mine shaft that's been sealed up. But I don't know, I can't say because I don't know. That's what comes to, when I see stuff like that in coal mining towns, because Mapscott was a coal mining town, that's what I think of. Oh, by the way, I'm in Raleigh County. I forgot to point out the county I'm in. I'm trying to point out which county I'm in here in southern West Virginia. Another plane, another trip to North Carolina. My sister lives. That's not good. That sewer line, if that's the actual sewer line, it's broke. That might just be, no, it ain't drain pipe for guttering. There's no guttering on those buildings. So I think it's an actual broken sewer line. Straight pipe. I wouldn't want to be the plumber responsible for fixing that, because you'd have to get rope and hang off the side of the mountain to fix it. Calm before the storm. I don't know if I'm right or wrong about that building back there, the big engine house. I think that is the old engine house originally. Of course, naturally it's used by private investors for different things, or that building wouldn't still be standing. Oh, car and barking dog. I'll do a second video up here, because I can't film the whole trail in one video, it's too long. Well, I could, but if I'd walk the whole entire trail from beginning to end, it'd probably take over an hour. I wonder if it'd take up to 2 hours, I don't know. I know it'd take well over an hour to walk from beginning to end if I don't stop at all. Maybe that wasn't the train I was hearing. I think it'd be closer now. I hear the horn, it'd be a lot closer. So I guess it was air brakes in a truck. If it is a train that goes by on the other side of the tunnel here, I'm not going to try, because if I hear it getting a nearby crossing here in the next 2 or 3 minutes, I still have a chance to make it. But once I get to the tunnel up here, I think that's too far to run to film a train. Old railway marker, mile marker number 1. Maybe it wasn't a train. I think I missed a train. I was kind of walking and taking care of stuff in my antique booth here at Hickory Tree. So it's a beautiful day today. It's hard to believe it's winter time, even though I know we're going into winter. It's like a spring day. It feels like a spring day in December. I can't complain, it's nice. This time I'll have the videos. My part 2 video, I think I'll start the I'll end this video, the roller crossing, and then do a part 2 when I'm going for the tunnel and go through the tunnel and up that way. That way I don't have one super long video. Now over this way, I'm not going to say any names, but there's some people, somebody I know of, well, that's where the ambulance truck went. Somebody apparently, I don't know, I think they got in trouble, but some people up there who apparently were supposed to have the coronavirus and refused to wear their mask and do the social distance, knowing they had the coronavirus. And I don't know if I'm sure they got in trouble. It's just something I heard. I'm going to say rumor because it's something I heard about some people that lived over that way. There's an old road here that's been buried. Apparently it's been buried a long time. There's trees growing up. But I hear stories about people catching the coronavirus, knowing they have it and not caring and still going out and living their lives like everything's okay. But I can't confirm or deny. I just know for one point, I just know that you have to be cautious and use common sense. Still have to live your life, but you still have to actually follow the proper guidelines. Like we're in the store, for example, wear a mask. In the restaurants, people tell me it's not. Some people say it's safe. In restaurants, some people say it's not safe. Since it started, most of the time I just get my stuff to go. I'm very rarely eat in the restaurant anymore. Think about a month ago I ate inside Steak Escape when I got my hair cut. I think I've eaten out in an actual restaurant 3 times in the past year. I used to eat out in the restaurant 2 or 3 times a week before all this happened. Now I hardly ever go to a restaurant to eat in. I still go and buy takeout because if you have the money and can afford it, going to these restaurants and ordering takeout is a good idea because you can take it home and eat it and be safe. Number 2, you're actually supporting the business and helping them keep going. If enough people order takeout and buy their food, they can still keep some of the employees. Although I don't get many hours because I work at 2 different restaurants. One shut down for good. The other one where they're doing takeout only, and everything's paper plates and paper and styrofoam. They don't need a dishwasher. Oh well. I just want that in there. Some of my friends can debate about the whole virus thing, what's safe and what's not safe. That's what scares me about this stupid virus. I know I'm safe here in the open by myself. I seen 2 people on the trail. One person on the bike. That guy on the bike looks odd. He had a cape, an actual legit cape. Looks like something he probably bought at the Halloween store or something. Just comes by. And then he turns around, there's like a couple other people that's just enjoying the trail, but somebody riding a bike with a cape flapping in the wind to turn around and ride back past here a minute later. Now that was a bit weird looking. Up ahead's the train tunnel. Kind of enjoyed that, even though it's a little weird looking, it's still enjoyable. Sometimes you just need a good laugh. And no, before anybody asks, I'm not getting video. I still have my little camera back, and the guy come by. Hadn't even pulled the camera out at the time. I just watched him. Then a couple minutes later came back. Old Billy used to get stuff by well. Got these pillars. Actually, I remember the train trestle actually still being here. When this trail first opened, well, when the train trestle, but the railroad track was still there in the dirt pile back in 2008 when it first opened. Like I did, come down with my mom and stepdad. Which was surprisingly, because when some of these rail trails first opened, I remember I was getting out and riding some of them and checking some of them out. Some of mom and stepdad are a rail trail, something like it's opened up somewhere in the area. When it first opens, we'll come get together, go on it. Then after that, it's like, oh, we've been there. We don't need to go back. We've been there. If I enjoy a trail, I like to go back whenever I can because I enjoy this trail. I was the only one no kill too. My favorite rail trail that I've been on is the White Oak. No, not the White Oak Rail Trail no kill. I think I put my second favorite, the Southside Zuxon Trail that falls along the riverbank next to Thurman. I think it's because of two reasons. One, you fall along the banks of the New River. Two, you got all these abandoned coal mining towns along the trail. Those are the two reasons I like it. Okay, those lights are not flashing. They were a minute ago. The White Oak Rail Trails, and none of them favorite I like to walk because there's no kill. Of course, why is this way to Mount Hope? I think Oak Hill, all the trails around here, the White Oak Rail Trail and Oak Hill is the one that's closest to my house. I think the Thurman, I don't know if this one's closer or Thurman's closer. I know White Oak Rail Trail and Oak Hill's the closest and easiest to get to from Mount Hope. The one at Thurman, I guess, is a little bit of a drive to Thurman. And then here, if I get on the following next to Kroger's, it wouldn't be far at all. I got an easy in because I was had to walk over the booth of the antique mall. Figured why not? Okay, I think this is what I'll end part one of my video and start the second video for the tunnel. That way I'll have one super long video.